Hi, my name is Jelly, and the person behind the recording is my sister Nivea. And today we are going to make some men dress shirt postcards for birthdays or for Father's Day. You'll need a couple of items. You're going to need a scissor, a pencil, a ruler, some tape, some gummed envelopes. They're greeting cards. I bought the colorful pack. I got this one at Staples, if I'm not mistaken. Then you're going to need some printed acid-free cardstock, which I bought at Joann's Fabrics, and it has all different types of patterns for shirts. Well, actually, it was for the ties that I bought this one for. You're also going to need some Astro Bright or any kind of cardstock. The reason I got Astro Bright was because it has all these colors. So depending on the month, the occasion, you can pick and choose whichever one you need. It also has black, white, and it was just perfect for this project. So here we go. So the first thing you're going to need is a ruler. Here we go. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold strongly on the side here. And you're going to go inside and you are going to measure. And what you're going to measure is the collar. Now the collar is going to be 1 5/8 wide. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure 1 5/8, 1 5/8 in the middle, and 1 5/8 on the end. And then you're going to measure it, but when you measure it, you're going to from this point and this point is only going to be 1 inch. From this point and this point is only going to be 1 inch, and the rest is, when I say 1 inch cut, but you can also line it 1 inch. So basically you're going to measure 1 inch here, 1 inch from this point to here, just 1 inch from the middle, and then the rest you just mark it all the way to the end. So let me show you how this looks like, because it's kind of hard to understand until you see what exactly you're doing. So on that same line is where you're going to cut. I normally like to cut on the other side of the line, the part that's getting cut off, so you don't see the lined part. And so I'm going to stop right there. Oh, that's great. So then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to cut that 1 inch into the collar. Then here's that 1 inch that I cut, and here's the other 1 inch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the middle of the fold. I'm going to cut the middle of the fold off. I want you to know, please note, you have to keep these papers. These remnants, you're going to use them for other things, such as the pocket, the shirt pocket, or whatever other ideas you get. So now what you're going to do is you're going to flip it on the front side, and you're going to meet both corners to touch in the middle to meet, and that's going to be the front of the collar. And what I do is with the scissor, I normally go like this and make it tight, make the fold tight. Here we go. You see how you create a collar effect. If you have any pencil residue, if you mark it softly, it's easy to erase, so nobody sees that. Okay, and there you go. That's how you create the shirt part. Very easy. Okay, so now for the top, to put the tie on, you're going to need the tie already done, which you can see on part 2 of my videos, and you will need 2 buttons and the front of the postcard. So what you want to glue is you want to glue the top of here, the corners. You're going to glue the back corners, and then you're going to glue a little bit on those corners there too. So here we go. And you just want to put a very tiny bit on the back and the front corners. Here you're just going to put a dab there and a dab there. Okay, so this is not hard to do. What you want to do is you want to try to put it in the middle. Make sure it's in the center down here, and then you fold tight. You can leave it on there for your fingers on for a couple of minutes, and then whatever glue will dry off it is what it is. Nothing's going to be perfect, but you got a nice tie and you're proud of what you did. Then what you want to do is you want to get your buttons. And what I do is I don't put the glue on the buttons. I actually put the glue where I want on the paper. You see how much glue I put? Very little bit, like a dot. Then I take the back of the button and I press it down a little bit. And then you let that dry. These are very nice. I like the way that these can also be very personal. Or if your dad used to wear a specific color shirt all the time for church or something, it's something that can also be personal like that. So right now, what we're going to make, I'm going to teach you how to make, is how to make the tie clip. And it's used, you make it with foil paper. I got the foil paper at Michael's, but I'm sure that AC Moore & Crafts also carries it. If you don't have a Michael's or AC Moore & Crafts, so sorry for your town. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so what you do is you want to measure an inch all the way down. I think this looks a little crooked, but you know what? It'll pass. So then you want to cut it all the way up. Nice and straight. And this is what it's going to look like. For the tie clip, you want just to do like a 1/4 inch tie clip. And so that's the tie clip. And what I do with my tie clips, depending on where you want to locate them. So I want to... So after you cut it, you see it's a long rectangle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit from this point here all the way to the corner point. So you're going to see I'm just going to cut like a little angle like that. Actually, I think that might have been too much. If it's too much, just cut another one a little tighter. Why? Because it has to be flushed with the tie, and the tie has an angle as well. So you want to make sure you get the right size. Like 4 drops of glue, little dots, and I'm going to place it right there at the edge of the tie. And then you just let it dry. If it's a little comes out, a little glue comes out, you could actually scoop it out if you want. It all clears up after it dries, so to me it doesn't matter. Now remember I told you guys about the remnants, not to throw it away. If you saw the first video, you know what I'm talking about. You take the remnant, you fold it in half like this, you do a nice press. Then what you do is you fold it down, take the back of a scissor, a nice solid scissor like this, and you fold it so you have a tight fold. Then what you want to do is you want to put a little bit of glue. Hopefully you get a brand new bottle of glue, not this cheesy glue here. And you put a couple of drops just to stabilize it when you shut it. Okay? So what you want to do while that is getting glued, you want to put a ruler right in between the slot, the fold edge, and the paper. And you could mark it and then cut it. That's going to be the rest of the pocket. And then I like to trim the edges. And I'm always holding the top fold while I'm doing it, so it gives it time to dry. So this is like really, really drying. I can feel, you see how it's not even lifting up? Then what I do is I put more glue on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then I do the sides. It's always good to reinforce. The last thing you want is your pocket falling off while you're wearing it. So then I put my finger right there. I'm sorry about my nails. I need to get them done. Please don't judge me. I put my finger right there, and then I put the pocket right underneath my fingernail. But I always do like a 1/16 of an inch on the side, because you don't want it too close to the edge. And right now I can see a little bit of pencil marks. If you have any pencil marks, then just erase it with a pencil. And here you go. Now you have a shirt for Father's Day, and you could sign it personally, glue a Bible verse, glue a poem, anything you want, and dedicate it. Then from the envelopes, you can pick or choose which envelopes you want it to go in. I think it makes a great gift. They're going to be shocked that you made it. I know they are. Just make sure you hide it till next Father's Day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on part 2, where I'll show you how to make these wonderful ties. They're a cinch, and it's made with the printed cardstock. Stay tuned.